Hey guys and dolls, and welcome into another video. It is a beautiful Sunday here in England and the skies are blue, and I am off later for a beautiful walk. But first I wanted to get this video out for you guys because Gevo is a stock that we have mentioned previously quite a few months ago. I did do a big breakdown in them in January, and I was talking about why I was going to be investing into this stock because I did see this as a 10x stock potential. And if you want more information than I provide in this video on Gevo, then be sure to check out the video that I did do above because it does give a full breakdown of the Gevo stock. Now guys, we are sitting at some nice price ranges of Gevo, so we're also going to do a full chart analysis. We're going to look at some price predictions for the end of the year, and also we're going to go through some of the investor presentation moving forward because there has also been some new news out and also some news that I hadn't covered in my previous video. So guys, all I ask in return for this video is that you go down below and smash that like button, turn it into a beautiful blue. And if you are new here, then welcome to this family of investors. My name is Jason and I would love to have you on this journey with me. So go down there and smash that subscribe button. And also guys, my Patreon is now up and running, so I will leave a link down below to the private Discord if in fact you would like to join in the Discord. So guys, let's get straight into the video. So guys, up on my screen is in fact the Biden plan infrastructure for further boosting renewable energy. And we all know recently that Joe Biden has come out and he is going to be supporting net carbon emissions around America, around the US, and he has in fact put in place 2.3 trillion in infrastructure in a plan that would supercharge an already booming clean energy sector by expanding subsidiaries and addressing key bottleneck impending the shift to a greener grid. So guys, this is really good news for stocks like Gevo moving forward because Gevo is a green energy company, and essentially guys, they have an incredible CEO. So I just want to quickly go onto their website, and this is Dr. Patrick Gruber. Now I did do a lot of research on him, and guys, he is absolutely incredible. He has a PhD in chemistry and he also has a master's in business. So this guy is really intelligent. He knows how to run a business. He's got a lot of experience, and guys, with a company like Gevo that actually concentrates on the hydrofuel aspect of yeast and how of course they get those biofuels, it's very, very complicated, and you need someone that does have, you know, a really kind of high knowledge level of degree in physics or chemistry of some kind, and Dr. Patrick Gruber actually has that. We also know that some of the CEOs on the board actually work inside the Biden administration as well, so there are some links and connections there which long term are going to do wonderful things for this stock moving forward. So guys, that is one of their CEOs. They also have a lot of information here on their website, so if you would like to learn more about of course the CEOs, then be sure to go onto the website there because there is a full breakdown on the management section. Now if I come across onto their investor presentation, you guys can actually see that we also work with Delta and also Lithuania. So essentially, if you don't know much about Gevo and what they do, because I haven't actually said this at the beginning of the video, they essentially use energy in a much better way. Gevo concentrates on green energy, renewable energy and gas, and guys, they essentially engineered 260 different changes to yeast, and they have over 590 patents of their product. Now essentially, this yeast extract actually combines with microorganisms and it reacts with the bacteria when it eats it, and this is what engineers the new biofuel that they are using right now. And again, this creates new gas that can actually be used for transportation, such as using it in airplanes or maybe for cruise ships, and all of these types of fuels that will be used around the world as a sustainable source of energy. Now I absolutely love this technology. It's very, very complicated like I said, but they have it down to a T. Even Bill Gates is in fact invested in Gevo because he actually really does believe in the future of green energy, and without companies like Gevo around guys, then it would be very, very hard for us to move away from those combustion engine vehicles and of course set ourselves in new stead for a green future, which of course is only going to help the planet. And I really want to invest my money into companies that are going to be in fact helping the planet. Now like I said, they are actually working with Delta and Lithuania, and if we come on here we can see that back in 2019 there was actually an agreement between Delta and Gevo for 10 million gallons to be used of sustainable aviation fuel every single year. Now guys, just to give you a quick example, now if we come back onto the investor presentation for Gevo, we can actually see guys that the total addressable market for Gevo is absolutely enormous. because they are going to be using 10 million gallons of fuel for Gevo, which is going to actually allow them to have millions and millions of dollars in revenue. The total addressable market, guys, is literally, that is like a pinprick, because they have 888 billion gallons that actually could be addressed in this global market. And right now they are one of the only companies in the world that are in fact tackling this. They have over 6 billion in upcoming contracts. Whether they get signed or not is, again, who knows. But the fact that they've got them there, guys, I'm sure that they are going to get put through at some point in the future, because otherwise why would they have been set up? And Gevo have the infrastructure, like I said, to go big. So I'm really excited for this company moving forward. Again, their company could be absolutely mega, which is why I see this company as a 10x potential. And we are only just starting at the very bottom of that S-curve. If you imagine the S-curve going up and then coming round, we are literally just at the start, guys. This company really hasn't even started to roll out their fuel across the world at all right now. So once we get into the next decade, then this company is going to be big, like I said. So we have two price predictions for the end of the year, guys. We have a low estimate of $16 and we also have a high estimate of $18. So that gives us a $17 medium term estimate for the price of Gevo. And you can see that today we are sitting around that $10 range, which is quite a nice price for Gevo. And I did say in one of my last videos that I did do on Gevo, if we do actually see it drop below that $8, then this is going to be a really nice place to in fact scoop up those shares. So what I've done for you guys is I've actually moved my resistance line on here now, so you can see that we have a very strong resistance right here on this level. So that means that once Gevo does hit that $10 range, you can see we've tested here 3 times before in the past. We have in fact bounced down. So if we are in fact not going to close above that and move up on markets open next week, then that means that we are going to in fact trend back down into that channel. And the channel, guys, that has actually been created, if I draw on here with a new line, you guys can see that this here would actually be the support. So you can see here that we do have a very clear support line of around that $7.70. So this is going to be the new channel for Gevo, and I think if we do actually come back down and we get a chance to test down here and we break down the 50 on the RSI and we do come down to these levels of almost being oversold on the RSI, guys, like you can see here, then that would be a really nice chance to in fact load our boats. And if we had in fact caught this dip at $5, then that would have been absolutely fantastic. If anyone on my channel had in fact got in when I did say if this does drop below $8, then this is going to be a steal in the long run. So I think that the prices for Gevo around $8 are very attractive. So would I buy at these levels? No. What I would do is I would wait for Gevo to in fact come down. Despite the fact that I'm already heavily invested in Gevo, I'm going to be looking to add more shares because I want more bang for my buck moving forward, because I do see a lot of potential in the stock moving forward. And guys, if we can get a price target on Gevo for $18 at the end of the year, then again, if we actually were to bought in with an average price of around $9 and we can average our positions down, then this is going to be a lovely long-term stock, and that is going to give us double-digit growth. And again, that's going to give us a 100% return, hopefully by the end of this year. And moving forward, guys, like I said, this company could be absolutely massive. This could easily be a $50 to $90 stock. Obviously, this is going to be very long term. And again, this isn't going to happen over the next 2 or 3 years. This is going to be something that will happen over the next 9 or 10 years. But if you are willing to hold for the long term, guys, then I do think that you will seriously be rewarded with a company like Gevo, because again, there really is nothing like them, and they have so many patents. So it's going to be so hard for the competition to in fact compete with this company in this market. So right now, I'm actually looking to test back down onto the layer of $8, like I said. And again, this is going to be a really nice place. And the reason why we did see that push up recently, guys, like I said, was because the Biden administration did come out at the beginning of the week, and they did in fact announce that plan of $2.3 trillion to in fact go into the green energy space, which is why we have seen that big push in Gevo. Now, my only concern for April is, you guys know April is a fantastic month to invest. So in fact, the price of Gevo may actually exceed $10, and we may actually start to test up in this channel of $10 to $13. Now, that doesn't mean to say that we've missed it. We can always sit on the side and wait for pullbacks. But guys, always make sure to do your own due diligence and research, because I'm not a financial advisor, and anything I say on this channel, again, is not financial advice. But simply what I will be doing, guys, like I always tell you, I in fact dollar cost average my position in. So if we do in fact close above $10 and I feel that it is pushing up too high, then maybe it's worth just putting in about 10% of my full position. So if I was going to say put £2,000 in to Gevo, then maybe I would just put £200 in around that $10 mark. And if we do in fact take any days where there are red days, and we start to dip down to around $9.50 or even $8, or we do see any of the dips, then that is when you can start to deploy, a heavier position, maybe 25% of your allocated. So rather than putting $200 in, you could say put $450 or $500 in. So you want to buy in a little bit more on those big dip days, and that way you're going to get the best average price over the next coming weeks ahead, and you're not going to miss out in case this stock does all of a sudden ascend off to the moon. But guys, I do think that this is a nice price range for Gevo, and I really do think that we are going to have opportunities to come back down and retest that layer, at least of around that $9 to $8.50 mark. So I'm going to be waiting patiently until we break down below that $9, and again, once we get to around that $8.50, then that's when I'm going to be starting to put in a little bit more allocation to my Gevo stock. So that wraps up this video, guys. That is what I'm doing. I hope this gives you a lot of insight into Gevo. I'm not worried about the markets moving forward into the month of April, just because, like I said, April typically seems to be the best month to actually invest your money in the stock market, proven over the last 50 years. April gives us a return of roughly on the S&P 500 of about 2.43%. So hopefully, guys, this has given you a little bit more reassurance as to why our Gevo stock has in fact sold off, due to the fact that we have had, you know, those value plays and recovery plays. A lot of people have moved their money away from those growth stocks, and again, that has affected everything as well with the interest rates and also the bond yields. So that's why we have seen a pullback from around that $15, $16 range. But guys, I'm not worried, because in the long term, I really do think that we will be rewarded with the share price of Gevo if we are in fact to hold this one for the long term. So guys, don't forget to go down there and smash that like button, hit that big red subscribe button if you made it this far. I just want to say thank you, and if you would like to join the Patreon again, then be sure to check out the link below. I would absolutely love to see you inside, interact with you, and I can give you all the tips and tricks that I would recommend for you guys. So guys, that wraps up this video. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys back on my channel soon for some more content on investing. Ciao!